Would you like to know what the best birth control is? Listening to parents talk about their children and how terrible their situation is, or how tired they are, or how they have to keep driving them around to places, or how they have to change their diapers. Reminds me of all the best choices I've made in my life. Bad Moms! Bad Mom. Bad! Released in 2016 and is directed by John Lucas and Scott Moore, who are behind such films like 21 and Over and Bad Moms Christmas. Bad Moms. Just bad. And the film is starring Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Kathryn Hahn, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Christina Applegate. Mila Kunis plays Amy Mitchell, who is a mother at the end of her rope. Between taking care of her kids, working a part-time job, dealing with vet visits, and having to deal with her school's PTA, she is losing her damn mind. To the point where she finally decides to let loose and to say, you know what? Screw everything. I'm gonna do what I want. And she gets Kristen Bell and Kathryn Hahn to join her. But this doesn't sit well with the head of the PTA, played by Christina Applegate. So in order to change things, Amy Mitchell is now running for president of the PTA. Just what we need this year, me reviewing a film about an election. Now, I remember when this film was coming out, this film, the promotion for it was everywhere. It would see short commercials all over the web, anything that I was watching, YouTube, Hulu, Amazon, anything, this film was being promoted. And it has an amazing, hilarious cast. Who wouldn't want to go see this? Plus, it has one of the most relatable concepts, I think, ever in the history of film. And how many mothers out there, between their kids, their jobs, their spouses, have all just wanted to say one day, you know what? No, I'm not doing anything. Now, I'm not a mother, but I would imagine that every mother out there is raising their hand. So here we finally get the movie that says, all these moms, you're gonna do that. Here's your opportunity. Unfortunately, the concept is listed in this film called Bad Moms. So what are you gonna do? But that's really the message behind this movie, right? There's really no such thing as a bad mom. Moms are just moms, and they try their best, and they should be commended for that. I mean, other than the mother from Carrie. She was a bad mom. But moms, for the most part, are stereotypically labeled as, hey, they're the caregivers. They're the ones that have to take care of the kids. They have to have food on the table ready for them. They have to tidy up the house. They have to care for the kids. They have to care for the spouses. But here's this film that is empowering as shit. I just think it probably could have been a little more empowering and have a little bit more of a feminist message behind it. A little caveat. I am a man. I identify myself as a man, so I'm talking from my experiences and my backstory and my baggage, so take that with a grain of salt. But feminism is about finding that equality between the male and female genders. And I wish this film would have promoted that a little bit more, where there was an equal sense of a partnership between the two, but it kind of moved off the line more towards the, hey, the male gender, you need to be subservient to the female gender, which I feel like I'm going to be playing with like matches or sparking something here. But that's not really the best positive message. It should be an equal partnership, any marriage and any family dynamic, right? I would like to think so. I mean, this film is just layered with social commentary on women and their position in the workforce, in the political world, in just basically the world in general. I don't know. My viewpoint is that I think women should be running the entire damn thing, because us men just fuck it up. But I must say, I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. With comedies, it's always hit or miss with me, especially now in my later years. Sometimes things are just incredibly hilarious, and then there are other times where I'm like, I'm not getting this at all. I'm not attaching to it at all. Please go away. So I was happy to see that I was laughing and having a good time with the majority of this film. In particular, whenever Kristen Bell and Kathryn Hahn were on screen. Kristen Bell's character really tries to amp up the properness and the proper mother that everyone should be. Whereas Kathryn Hahn is just like, I don't give a shit about anything. Give me a shot of Jack. And I've said it in my other reviews, and I'll say it now, Kathryn Hahn is a national treasure. One of the funniest people on this planet. So whenever she is on screen, I'm smiling, and I am happy. And she is the Curly of this group of Three Stooges. So she's supposed to be that way. She's supposed to be, crude and slapstickish, but she has a nice resolution at the end of this film that was actually, it almost gave me a tear, but it was a nice, heartfelt, sweet moment for her that we didn't really see at all throughout this movie. Mila Kunis is our lead character here, and I think she actually does a great job in this movie carrying it all on her shoulders. However, it's nothing new that I've seen from Mila Kunis. I find all of her characters kind of blend together, and this one is just another one into that blend of the, hey, it's a Mila Kunis performance. Which is not terrible, it's just all kind of the same for me. And then we also have Christina Applegate, who is the head of the PTA, who just plays just this evil mother who needs to be in control of everything that happens with the bake sale, and is that mother that everyone knows will comment on, oh, you feed your children that? Oh, you take your children to that soccer practice? You know that mother who's always, like, silently, sarcastically dissing you? Who always has a tip on what you should be doing as a parent? Seriously, I encounter these people all the time, especially with me and my wife, with our decision to not have kids. Oh my god, we see this person, this Christina Applegate character, we see them all the time, and they come over to us like, oh, so when are you having kids? And we politely say, like, well, we don't want kids, we've made that decision, and they just blow up with saying like, oh my god, why aren't you doing that? They're the greatest gift to life that anyone can be given. My wife and I look at each other and like, oh really? Is that why we're able to go to the movies whenever we want, while you're stuck at home having to take care of babies in diapers and playtime and puke and messes? Yeah? Here is my public service announcement. For any of you out there that have the urge to go up to a couple that don't have kids and don't want kids, if you have that urge to tell them, hey, why aren't you doing that? Kids are the greatest thing ever. Shh. Stop yourself. If you have that thought, let it go. But that's just a struggle that we have as non-parents. Here in this film, that's the struggle that Mila Kunis has being a parent. I can't imagine how much worse it is for a mother to have someone like a Christina Applegate go up to you and say like, you know what you should be doing with your kids? Like, why would you say that to someone? You do your own thing, she does her own, there's no rule book as to what to do as a mother. You're basically figuring it out as you go along anyway. So just back off. You just raise your kids and you hope for the best. Because you don't know how you're doing as it's going along. You have no idea how these kids will end up growing up until they've grown up. And then you find out, well, are you going to be a nice person who's going to contribute to your society, or are you going to be a serial killer? You just don't know. This film has a lot of hilarious moments that kept me chuckling throughout. Again, really whenever Catherine Hahn was on screen. I will say, though, that this film has one of the longest and biggest deus ex machinas that I have ever seen. Really, the last 15 minutes, everything that went wrong in the film, everything that went wrong was resolved. And it was resolved better for all of these characters. I'm gonna get double my pay and work from home 2 days a week. My husband's now gonna take care of the kids while I drink a Starbucks coffee. Oh, we all get to ride on a luxury plane together? Ah! Really? Everything gets this nice little bow attached to it? Okay. It almost ruined the film for me, to be honest. It was this just nice cookie-cutter-esque, hey, we need to resolve everything for the better type endings that I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, there has to be someone that gets the shitty end of the deal. But no, everything works out fine in the end. Sorry, that's kind of a little miniature spoiler, but the film is 4 years old. I do think, though, it is worth at least one watch. I'm gonna give Bad Moms 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I am above average.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I randomly select which movie I'm going to be watching next, so let's take a look. Calculating. Good morning, Vietnam! Let's just go back to the army, shall we? Good Morning Vietnam, starring the late, great, and always wonderful Robin Williams in a role where he is able to just riff off the cuff and be hilarious as all hell. Oh, yeah, this This is going to be great. I haven't watched this in a very long time, and I've only seen it maybe once or twice. So if any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, I will be eventually getting back to taking recommendations that are not paid for. So if you do have any recommendations, leave a comment below this video, or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter, leave a recommendation there. If I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout out on the channel. If you really want me to do your recommendation, though, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do. You can attach your movie that you want me to review to your donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it as quickly as possible and get it produced and reviewed as fast as I can. So guys, have you seen Bad Moms? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of Good Morning Vietnam. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.